everybody. Today I'm going to go over my top 5 picks in the Craftsman lineup, which is sold at Sears. Specifically, all 5 of these are really good deals. They're on sale right now, and I honestly think everybody could use them. Now, unlike my video I did earlier this week, where I showed you the top 5 worst holiday gimmicks that they're selling, all of these are good tools, and they're also at a very good price. So if you're looking for a holiday present for somebody that likes tools, any one of these would be a good choice. And even if you're looking for yourself, these are probably a better deal than you're going to pick up from another brand for something similar. Starting out with number 5 is the 6-inch stainless steel magnetic bowl. I paid $5.99 for this on sale, and it's part number 941328. One of the most useful things you can have around your house, the garage, or a workshop is a magnetic bowl, and the idea behind it is very simple. There's a stainless steel bowl on the top and a magnet on the bottom that has a rubber protective coating to prevent scratches. So let's say you're assembling something inside your house and you have a bunch of screws you're dealing with. You can place them in that bowl, and even if you set this on your hardwood floors, it's not going to scratch anything. In addition to that, if you go outside and you're working on your vehicle, you have a handful of nuts and bolts, you can place that in the bowl, and this is not going to scratch your paint as long as nothing's stuck to the bottom of here. Because the magnet is very strong, you can easily hang that vertically. Everything's going to be held into place, and nothing's going to fall on your floor or in the gravel. Number 4 would be this 8-function digital multimeter. This was $9.99, and the part number is 3482141. The multimeter is known as a manual ranging digital multimeter, and that means that we will have to set the dial at the correct setting before we take our readings. To the left we have a DC reading, to the right we have AC reading, and that means with DC we're looking at something like a battery pack. With AC, that would be the power inside the walls in your house. And what you'll do is set the range just above what the maximum voltage is. And in this case we have a 12-volt battery. I've set the range at 20. That means that it will read up to 20 volts accurately on the screen, and if I take the red lead and place it against the positive terminal, the black lead and place that against the negative terminal, it's going to show us what the voltage of the battery is. In this case, it's 12.5 volts, and that means that the battery is fully charged and ready to go back in the lawnmower. Number 3 would be their 3/8-inch drive THandle set, which is part of their Mock series of tools. This is a 14-piece set, including the T-handle, a bit adapter, as well as 12 individual bits. And that means that you can convert this over to a 1/4-inch hex by using this adapter. At that point, you could use any bits along with it, and it was $24.99 off the shelf. The part number is 950014. The real advantage with this is going to be its overall length, as well as its speed because of the adjustable sleeve in the middle. Now if we notice, we can hold onto that sleeve, spin this very quickly, allowing us to install or remove a fastener. And if you want to use a standard socket or that bit adapter, you can do so. Now I have a nut clamped in the vise with a bolt fed into it. We'll go ahead and just line this up, install it very quickly, and because it's not going to over torque anything, we can come back behind it with a torque wrench and make sure everything is correct. Now to remove it, it's going to be exactly the same way, and it really speeds the process up when you're assembling something. Remember, because the end of this is a standard 3/8-inch drive end, whether you want to use a socket, an adapter, or an extension, you can add that on. And if you need additional leverage, meaning you want to put additional torque on something to either break it free or tighten it up, at the top of the T-handle they have a second drive end. That's also 3/8-inch drive. We can take our same socket, place that on the nut or the bolt, and add a lot of additional torque because of our additional leverage. Number 2 is the adjustable hydraulic seat that also has a backrest built in. Now that is removable, and then the base will go up and down because of the hydraulic unit on the bottom. It's really good for a shop setting. This was $49.99 and the part number is 949860. The seat is fairly easy to put together, and it only takes about maybe 15 or 20 minutes with just some simple hand tools. Now after putting it together, it does feel nice and solid, and it does have an adjustable height setting from just over 28 inches from the seat to the floor, or you could raise it up to 33 inches from the seat to the floor. So really depending on your height, one of those may work for you. And keep in mind that I'm about 6'2" and I weigh about 180 pounds. With it all the way in the low setting, it is very comfortable for me. But if I extend it all the way up, you can see that my legs would stretch all the way out and they're not going to be touching the floor. So really just depending on what you're going to use it for, one of those would probably work better than the others. But rather than use a small roll-around seat like this, it's going to be very close to the ground. This is a much more comfortable working height, especially if you're near a workbench. Now after putting this together, I will tell you two things. This adjustable backrest can be removed completely if you don't like it. And really the only thing that I don't like about this seat is the fact that the seat portion is not attached to the base permanently. If we go to move it and I just grab it by the seat, it's going to come off the base. And to move it around, you would really need to grab it around the base and lift it up. There's just a friction fit on there. It's going into that hydraulic cylinder. And it's not going to fall off of there, but if you do pick it up vertically, that will come undone. And my #1 favorite deal this year at Sears is their 3-piece Craftsman curved pry bar set. These are now made in the USA and they all have striking caps on the end. The 3-piece set of these was only $19.99 off the shelf, and the part number is 943395. Out of all the tool deals that I've ran across this year, in my opinion, this is one of, if not the best. They have 3 different sizes, a 12-inch, a 17-inch, and a 25-inch. They're all made in the USA, and you're getting all 3 for only $19.99. Now remember that these do feature an upgraded striking cap design, which is a metal cap directly attached to that metal bar, and it's bypassing the plastic handle. If you hit that with a hammer, it's not going to damage the handle like their older units. And this red handle version did not have a striking cap. If you hit this very hard, you would end up breaking it, damaging your tool, but you're not going to run into that with this new version. In fact, if we think about the previous model, they had the cheaper red handle, and then an upgraded professional series with a striking cap, but you would spend a lot more money. They've combined the two without lowering the quality, and they've kept the price exactly the same. Now remember, if you are, let's say, a mechanic, a DIYer, or a professional, a pry bar is invaluable. It will allow you to put a lot of additional leverage on something to break something free or make adjustments. And even if you're in construction, this is something you could use on a daily basis. I would highly recommend you pick a set of these up for yourself and somebody else that likes tools or maybe is a homeowner, because this is something that they would use very often and it is going to last for a very long time. So now you've seen my top 5 picks for good tools at Sears this year in the Craftsman lineup. Now, do you agree with my picks, or do you know of something that you like better? Or perhaps you've used some of these and you don't like them. As far as I'm concerned, all of these are a very good deal. I would pick them up for myself or somebody else without hesitation, and I think really anybody you buy them for is going to like them a lot. Now leave a comment below this video if you know of other tools that are a better deal than these, or things that you would recommend to others, because most likely after they watch this video, they will be making a trip to Sears, and any advice you can give them would be a big help. If you like this video, please click like. If you like my channel, please click subscribe. And thanks for watching.